and none other than the heavenly demon himself, Doflamingo. This arc was all about Doflamingo. He had to come up. Well, he was in the heavens when he like was born, right? Because this is marriage wise. His daddy said, no, let's go down south, to the world, the real world. And he's like, no, don't do this. And, he was kind of right. He was right. People would not take shit the right way. But really, he wasn't really thinking about that. He was thinking about how he was, being treated up there and being seen as, whatever. But, that kingly ambition came forward and he was a conqueror. He took over and he commanded the respect of Treble and Pika and Diamante, and then he created a whole family. And then he took over Dressrosa. He took over Dressrosa when he became a pirate. He was like, yes, King Riku, this is where my family ruled over a long time ago. This island and shit was a part of their, place. Now I'll take it back over and it's mine. And he's like, no, there's no way, and he actually did because he was clever. He was like, he made King Riku run around and kill people, ask them for money, killed them if they didn't give him the payment. And he like made it look like he came in and saved him. Heavenly Demon Doflamingo. And he was one of the 7 warlords of the sea. As you know, he was at the War of the Best and everything else. But then he was hunting down Law during this time, in Dressrosa. Almost killed him. But Luffy was like, no, that's my nigga and shit. We're supposed to go after Kaido together. I'm gonna kill you, Mingo. And then, he left. He after everything started coming out about him losing his warlord title, and people started catching wind of all the shit he's been doing. Turning people to toys, and actually being the one to cause that problem all those years ago with King Riku, and then people thinking that he was the bad guy when it was actually him pulling the strings. He was like, all right, Carl, fine, I'll kill everybody. I'll put up a bird cage, and everything will go to shit. I'll kill everybody that's against me at least. He even killed his brother back in the day. Everything came to a head for Doflamingo. But he was going to stand on business against Law and Luffy. And he was doing pretty decently. A suppressed Luffy, of course, because he wasn't using Gear 4 right away. And then Law was, trying his fucking damnedest because, like, he was going to kill Law and then kill Luffy because Law was a part of, Doflamingo's umbrella. But he saw disloyalty in Law, and he was, like, hunting his dick. Eventually, Law got his arm cut off, but then Luffy came in there, Gear 5'd him. Gear 4, bounce man. Hey, bounce man. Hey, bounce man. And he, attacked Doflamingo, and it was a great fight. One of Luffy's best fights. Even broke his fucking glasses, Luffy did. They had to give him a new pair when they cuffed him and shit and took him to Impel Down. But Doflamingo didn't die. He was just like a really tough opponent for Luffy. But his strength's at 89, with his speed at a 91, 82 for his durability, 84 for his endurance, 88 for his intelligence, 88 for his experience, 82 for his close skills, 83 for his range skills, and 92 for his recoup, 94 for his hacks, and then overall power score is a 87.3. And that's for Don Quixote Doflamingo during Dressrosa. Be cool, on the corner.